Did you know that eating a plant-based diet can actually accelerate the body's natural healing process? Well, proper nutrition is a key component in the rehabilitation process. Dr. Scott Schreiber is a chiropractor. He is double board certified in rehabilitation and clinical nutrition, blending the two when needed to get the best results in the shortest amount of time. He encourages his patients to accelerate the body's natural healing process by following a vegan diet. Dr. Schreiber is also a licensed dietitian, nutritionist, and utilizes conventional and complementary lab testing to design unique treatment plans and monitor the progress of his patients. Dr. Schreiber is a contributing writer and has been featured online and in print for many media outlets such as the Huffington Post, WebMD, and Prevention.com. With me now is Dr. Scott Schreiber, and we're going to talk about specific nutrients that anyone on a plant-based diet should know about. Welcome to Plant-Based.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Are there any nutrients that a person on a plant-based diet should know about?
Yes, they are. B12, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids are big ones that people on plant-based diets I tend to find are low when I'm running lab work.
So what about protein?
Protein, well, protein we find in the vegan diet that it's really okay. There's a lot of great vegan sources such as lentils and beans and quinoa, leafy greens. So again, as vegans or plant-based diet folks, we get a lot of that stuff anyway. So it's really not a major concern as far when it comes to vegan diets.
But people normally think, non-vegans would think that, are you always asking the question, are you lacking? Are you getting enough protein?
Personally, I get that all the time.
Right.
You're not eating meat, so where's your protein coming from? Well, I basically say the same thing I just said. Well, I get it from beans and leafy greens and everything like that. And the general public really doesn't understand that there's a lot of protein that comes from those.
In broccoli, for example, has more protein per calorie, I think, or is it than beef? What is the?
Broccoli is more. Yes, protein per calorie.
Per calorie, that's right.
Calorie. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that a stick of broccoli is has as much as a side of beef or whatever. But when you go calorie to calorie,
okay.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I've been reading that vitamin D deficiency is becoming more prevalent. What are your thoughts?
It is. In fact, studies show that about 80% of the population is deficient in vitamin D because we don't go outside anymore. And when we do go outside, we're either wearing products that contain SPF or we're all covered up because of the skin cancer scare. Recently, there was a study showing that people that stay inside are actually more prone to different types of cancers than those that get sun. So, and they're equating that to vitamin D. So we can, when it comes to a plant-based diet, we can get vitamin D somewhat from plants, but really we need to go outside or supplement, especially with vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is synthesized and is converted to the active form a lot easier than vitamin D2, which is found more in the prescriptions and things like that.
So how much time do you recommend to be out in the sun every day?
Oh, great question. Again, 15 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Exactly. Again, this doesn't mean you go out there and burn, but you go out there with showing skin, basically.
Right.
Going out there and getting the sun just to go ahead and hit your body and everything. Then that's it.
Because even with sunblocks, there's chemicals in them, right?
Correct.
So it's kind of, if you're putting it on your skin and then you're kind of boiling in the sun, I'm imagining that it's causing some bad effects to your...
Absolutely. The chemicals in sunblock, again, your skin will absorb them, and some of our known carcinogens in other countries other than the United States, they're banned. So,
right.
So absolutely. It's a concern.
Okay.
And the vitamin D, high levels of vitamin D are actually cancer protective too. So.
Okay. Let's talk about sugar for a minute.
Sure.
I know there's a lot of different names for sugar.
Yes.
And a lot of them are hiding in all sorts of places, specifically in prepared foods. All types of sugar, are types of sugar bad for you? Are all of them bad for you? Or are there any that we should be looking out for, maybe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes and no. Sugar is sugar is sugar.
Right.
Okay, so definitely from all walks of life, you need to cut it out. And like you said, it's found in everything. And now the food manufacturers are getting pretty slick and changing the names or using a different form of sugar versus,
right.
They can say maple syrup or tapioca syrup or, turbinado is another one. Basically, turbinado is sugar. It's just turbinado sugar. So yeah, you mix they mix those things in there, and just the general public will go buy a product, usually a prepared product, and they won't know that there's all the sugar in there. I think they're getting something a little bit healthier, and they're not.
You've written a lot of articles for everywhere. Can you tell us where can we go if we wanted to read up on some of your articles?
Yeah, I have a website. It's www.drscottschreiber.com. From there, you can link to all my social media, and everything's there.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for all the information. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.